Have you ever wondered if a human can make an animal pregnant, like a dog, goat, monkey, or even a chimpanzee, if they have physical relations? This question sounds weird, but the truth is that thousands of people search for it on Google every single month. Some people ask because of fear, some out of curiosity, and some just because of wrong information they heard somewhere. Today on Zenvy Health, we are going to do a scientific post-mortem of this question. I will tell you down to the DNA level about the 6 biological locks that nature has put between us and animals, locks that no one can break. And yes, today we will discuss the most confusing cases in detail, monkeys and chimpanzees, because people think they look like humans. Maybe it's possible with them. So don't skip this video, because when you hear the 5th reason, all your confusion will be shattered. Before we dive deep into the science, I am your friend from Zenvy Health. Our mission is simple: to answer the health and body questions that people are too embarrassed to ask, with zero judgment, only science and facts. If you believe that taboo topics should be discussed openly, then this is your family. Subscribe to the Zenvy Health channel right now and set the bell icon to all, because the video you're watching today will never be shown in schools, colleges, or on TV. Your one subscribe gives me the power to do deeper research for you in the lab, so join this community right now. Welcome back to Zenvy Health. Look, this question isn't new. Can human get monkey pregnant or human-chimpanzee hybrid is searched thousands of times every month across the world. There are 3 big reasons behind this. First, seeing half-human, half-animal characters in our movies and mythologies creates confusion. Second, the wrong content available on the internet. And third, half-baked knowledge about evolution. People think that because chimpanzees are our cousins, maybe a baby is possible. Today we will eliminate that 3rd reason from the root. I will tell you about the 6 levels of security that nature built over millions of years of evolution so that one species cannot mix with another species. The first and biggest lock is the chromosomal barrier, meaning the number game. The first rule of making a baby is that the chromosome count of the male and female must match. Humans have 46 chromosomes, which means 23 pairs. Dogs have 78 chromosomes, which means 39 pairs. And goats have 60 chromosomes, which means 30 pairs. Now let's come to monkeys. Most monkeys, like the rhesus macaque, have 42 chromosomes, which means 21 pairs. And chimpanzees, which are humans' closest relatives, have 48 chromosomes, which means 24 pairs. During fertilization, the sperm and eggs chromosomes make pairs with each other. Now think for yourself. How will 23 human chromosomes make pairs with 21 of a monkey or 24 of a chimpanzee? Some chromosomes will be left without a pair, and the rule of biology is that a cell dies immediately without pairing. People say chimpanzees and humans have only a 1-pair difference, so maybe it's possible. But listen, in 6 million years of evolution, the DNA of both has changed so much that a natural cross is now impossible. Even horses and donkeys have a chromosome difference, and that's why their baby, a mule, is born sterile. So the case of humans and chimpanzees is even more complex than that. In science, this is called reproductive isolation. Now let's assume by some magic the chromosome issue gets solved. Now comes the 2nd lock, which is the molecular lock and key system. Outside every egg there is a thick layer called the zona pellucida. On a human egg there is a special receptor called ZP3, and on the head of a human sperm there are only human-specific proteins that fit like a key into that lock. Those proteins that can fit into this ZP3 lock. It's exactly like the lock and key of your house. Your house key will only open your house's lock, not your neighbor's. In the same way, a chimpanzee's ZP3 protein is 70% different from a human's, and a monkey's is more than 80% different. Evolution made this lock so that one species' sperm doesn't accidentally fertilize another species' egg. In 1970, there was an attempt in a lab to make a Humanzee, but the human sperm couldn't even bind to the chimpanzee egg's wall. This is called species-specific gamete recognition, so the 2nd gate is also closed. Let's assume for 1 second that by God's will, the sperm enters the egg and a zygote, meaning the first cell, is formed. What happens now? Now comes the third and most dangerous lock: genetic incompatibility. This is called genomic imprinting. For a baby to develop, some specific genes from the mother and father must turn on at the right time, and some must turn off. It's true that human and chimpanzee DNA is 98.8% the same, but that 1.2% difference is a difference of 35 million DNA letters. That 1.2% decides how the brain will form, when it will speak, when it will walk. When human and chimpanzee DNA mixes, the newly formed cell will get completely confused. The human gene will say, "Grow the brain in 9 months." The chimpanzee gene will say, "Do it in 5 months." The result of this confusion will be that cell division will stop at the 2 or 4 cell stage and the embryo will die. This is called hybrid inviability. The Russian scientist Ivanov tried to impregnate female chimpanzees with human sperm in 1920. All the embryos died before they could even implant. 0 success. The fourth lock is the female animal's immune system. Let's assume all barriers are crossed. Still, the monkey or chimpanzee's body will treat human sperm like an outside invader, like a virus or bacteria. Her white blood cells will kill that sperm within 2 to 3 hours. And even if somehow the immune system fails, then comes the issue of gestation period. A human pregnancy is 9 months, a chimpanzee's is 8 months, and most monkeys is 5 to 6 months. The structure of the placenta, the level of hormones, the size of the uterus, everything is different. A human embryo cannot survive in a monkey's uterus because it will not get the nutrition, blood supply, and hormonal environment it needs. Now comes the fifth question that people ask the most, but it comes in the news that a human monkey embryo was made in a lab. Yes, in 2021, the Salk Institute inserted human stem cells into a monkey embryo, but listen carefully, that did not happen through natural sex. That was done through gene editing in a lab, and that embryo was kept alive for only 19 days. Then it was destroyed by itself. It was never implanted into any uterus because it's banned under international law. So when even with high-tech machines in a lab it couldn't go beyond 19 days, then surviving naturally for 9 months is impossible. This is the fifth proof of how strong nature's lock is, and the final sixth lock is the legal and medical danger. From Zenvy Health, I want to tell you straight. Apart from biology, this is a legal crime. In India, under Section 377 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita BNS and the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, 1960, this is a non-bailable offense that can lead to 10 years in jail. Talking about medical risk, more than 200 diseases spread from monkeys and chimpanzees to humans. HIV originated from SIV in chimpanzees. Besides that, herpes B virus, Ebola, monkeypox, many of these diseases have no cure and are deadly. So this is not just a question of the baby won't happen, it's a question of you could lose your life. So Zenvy Health's final verdict is that nature has put a 6-layer password between humans and animals, whether it's a dog, goat, monkey, or our closest relative, the chimpanzee. First, the chromosome number. Second, the ZP3 lock and key system. Third, gene confusion. Fourth, immune system and gestation mismatch. Fifth, lab failure. And sixth, legal and medical danger. Cracking this password through natural means is 100% impossible. I hope today your doubt is cleared from the root. If you learned something new from this video, then please share it with that one friend who has ever had this question in their mind. Scientific information is better than wrong information. And write "doubt cleared" in the comments so I know you watched the full video. Also tell me which taboo topic I should cover next on Zenvy Health. I am your friend from Zenvy Health. Here we don't talk about shame, we only talk about science. Our new video comes every week, so subscribe and become part of the family. Until then, understand your body and stay healthy.